Well, hello there. This is Professor Vic, and I'm here with your quick tips. Today, we're going to work on the Real Life Independent Challenge for part two, and we are going to dive on in. So let's go. Now, if you're seeing this right now, you'll see that I also have a photo of Homer Simpson. And the question that we are asking right now is, where is my assignment? How do I find it? And that's a great question. And because of that, I decided to do this tutorial to help you and to give you an explanation of the assignment. So the answer is definitely pretty simple if you have your textbook. It's on page 47 if you're using the third edition, and I believe it may be 45 if you're using the second edition. Now, the assignment that we're working on, it gives you an overview of what you're going to cover from the beginning of your assignment. Let's read it together. You can apply the decision-making techniques you learned in this part, which is part two, to the decisions you need to make in other parts of your life. So the whole point of this assignment is that you're taking something that you learned and you're going to make a real-life application of it. So the examples that they give is what job to accept, whether to buy or rent a house or an apartment, and whether to continue your formal education. These are all great examples of questions of things that we ponder. And because of that, we are going to select a decision that you will make, and then we're going to identify a possible solution for that. Every person will have something different because your life is going to be different based on your situation and your circumstance. So part A, it says select a decision you need to make. Choose one that demands careful consideration and analysis. So on part A, only thing you're doing is listing that one decision that you need to make. What is it? And why does it require this careful consideration and analysis? B, use one of the tools presented in this lesson. So the lesson is in your textbook. If you want me to do a tutorial on that, I can, on what your lesson was, to generate possible alternatives. But I would love for you to come with some questions because I think that's important. And then the last piece is to give you an example of what you can utilize. So an example is to brainstorm a list of alternatives or create a mind map. So first you created this situation or decision that you need to make, and now you're going to use the tools from your lesson, such as a list of alternatives or a mind map, to help you generate possible alternatives to the decision that you may have made. All right, so C, you're going to use a tool such as a decision table to rate the alternatives. There's more than just a decision table. That's just one as an example. In your textbook, prior to page 4645, there's a ton of options to choose from. All right, now you're going to use a different tool. So you've already used whatever tool that was. Say you used a decision table. Now you're going to use a different tool to rate the alternatives and then compare the results. So this is another way for you to do problem solving. So when you're looking at problem solving, you're looking at how am I doing how am I creating this decision I need to make, and then am I looking at it from different angles. All right, so now you're using your intuition and logic. So a great way to look at this is if you were to look at, you've applied your logic to your decision. Do you intuitively agree with the results? So this basically is telling you that, sometimes your gut will tell you whether or not it is the right decision or not. This is based on the decision that you chose from A. And after you went through B, C, D, all of the different steps, all the different tools you use, is it really what you believe? Why or why not? Okay. And that is it. That is all that you have to do for your assignment. So any questions that you have, please feel free to reach out to me. Also remember that I hope that this lit that light bulb for you. And I always have quick tips on my website, deborahspeaks.com. But if you are looking for additional information or how to do this, I want to take some time and show you a template that I created that may work out just for you. So I'm going to go to a template, and this is something that if you would like me to share with you, I can. Put your name, who your professor is, you'll put your course name, the number, and the section number. So whether that's 1001, 1002, 10, whatever it is. And then the date. You'll put your real life independent challenge. You can change this, make it anything you want. You can bold it, nothing too fancy, but it's just an option for you. Now, there's your question. You can brainstorm, you can mind map, or you can think creatively. If you're going to do a mind map, this is what it will look like. And inside of the mind map, you're going to have your centric decision, and you're going to map it out based on that. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, maybe I'll do an example next time. All right, so that's your B. C, and then remember, this is just one option, but there's brainstorming, there's thinking creative, there's so many different ones. All right, so now C, you're ranking and weighting alternatives. So you have to determine what are the alternatives and how are you going to rank or rate them. There's also the analytical hierarchy matrix, which is another option for you. These are all in your textbook. And then at the end, you are determining whether you agree or disagree. Is it something that in your gut, intuitively, you feel as if this is the right choice for you? And normally when you're making a decision, you feel peace. So if you're going through these steps and you're going to create your assignment, the best point I would give you is to make sure that you do your reading first. Make sure you know which type of either ranking, mapping, your mind mapping, creative thinking, your list, however you decide that you want to do it, you want to make sure that you have it all mapped out, and that way you can actually start with one, work that out, start with another one, work it out, but have your reading done. So that is all I really wanted to share with you. If you think of anything else that you need from me, know that I am here. And this is the end of our quick tips. You guys take care, and I'm wanting to hear your feedback. So my question to you is, just off the top of your head, maybe just give me one thing that you want to make a decision on that maybe has been very difficult. And it doesn't have to be anything too fancy. I just want to know what you think, what you're thinking. All right. That's it. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.